Hi everyone. A while ago I posted a video about the Boss Super Overdrive SD-1 and one of the most popular mods that people do to this pedal. And I got a lot of questions about how to do that mod. So here I am. I'm just going to make a quick video. This won't be long. So this is basically I got it as a tube screamer replacement. It is a fairly transparent overdrive that I typically use. Actually, you can see the settings on there to boost the level of the signal. And then maybe depending on the guitar, also change the tone a little bit. As you can see, I'm boosting the highs on this one. And I use it with very low drive because I either set the amplifier just on the edge of breakup and I use this pedal to push it over the cliff, or I use it in combination with the fuzz pedal. And this, for me, this actually comes after the fuzz pedal. So there's this so-called C6 mod, which bypasses one of the capacitors in the circuit, and it's supposed to open up the top end of the pedal a little bit. And I will leave a link to my sound samples that I recorded for this mod. It's a whole separate video, so please make sure to check that out. For this mod, we won't need a lot of things. We will need a screwdriver to take the pedal apart, and then once we locate that C6, we can use some desoldering wick to get rid of that capacitor. And then obviously I have my soldering iron here set to 330 degrees. That should be more than enough for this application. And then we might have to use some electrical tape. All right, let's get into it. It's a plastic protector that ensures that the solder from the bottom of your circuit doesn't get in contact with the base, which I suspect is part of the ground for this pedal. So as you see, some pedals you will have to completely disassemble. But the way this one was designed, you can just kind of fold the PCB over and you get access to C6. As you can see, you don't even have to use the schematic as long as you know which capacitor you're looking for, because C6, actually all of the components are nicely called out. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that. Right there is C6. We are going to remove it. Okay, so for this I will use the desoldering wick, which is just braided copper wire, really thin, that will basically pick up the solder when it gets heated up. And I believe it's based on the concept of capillaries. But basically just push the wick next to the solder. As you can see, as it heats up, the wick will pick up the solder nicely and clean up the joint. Just make sure you don't touch the wick because it gets a little hot. As you can see, the solder joint is nicely cleaned up. So here is where we can just kind of flip this over again, kind of make sure that that capacitor doesn't make contact. So on this one, I will actually leave the capacitor in here because I want to be able to go back to the original circuit at some point in the future. You could theoretically install a switch there and so on and so forth. But for this one, I'm just gonna actually make sure that that capacitor doesn't connect. Okay, it's fully out of the circuit. I could use a little bit of electrical tape on that side of it just to make sure, but I think we're good. It's all the way on the other side of the PCB, and there's not much that could kind of push it back into position. But I'm just gonna close this up and then show you guys that, and we are really done with the mod. Super easy, makes the top end a little more open. I've had the pedal like this with the mod for about a year and I love it. Works as advertised. So thanks so much for watching.